This is Greg Yuha with Animas Estimating based out of Durango, Colorado. I offer estimating and project management services for custom home builders and general contractors throughout the United States. In this video, I'm going to go into detail about our Deluxe estimating worksheet, what's included, how it works, and how you can use it as a great toolkit to set yourself apart for your clients when you're presenting a bid. So the Deluxe estimate worksheet is a 100-line item worksheet that is custom built for your custom home. This is not like a template that's just spit out of a computer. It'll have a lot of items on here that are specific to each house or standard for each house. There's also going to be some things that are specific to each house, such as this house has an elevator, so that's another couple line items on here. Right now there's 100 line items on this one, 102 to be exact, and this may change based on the type of the house. Things will get deleted out, things will get added in if they are on the plans. So all of these numbers come from one of four areas, and just because this bid is done, this does not mean it is ready to present to the homeowner when you receive it. It's going to take a general contractor about an hour to go through this and really clean up some of these numbers. But this is an outline, it's a template that includes every aspect of the house that needs to be thought about or put in the bid. So for example, you're going to see some of these numbers that are yellow. Well tap fee or well cost, $2,500, and it says plug for now. Is this number right? Absolutely not. This is a plug. It's a line item to remind the general contractor what is the municipality going to charge us for a water tap fee? What is it going to cost to put a well in? What is the hookup fee going to cost? That's going to be part of the general contractor's work, and we need to be paid for that as general contractors. So we need to include it in our bid, include it in our line item, so when it gets paid, that we get paid as when that work gets done, we get paid as well. Some of these other numbers are going to come from a data entry worksheet, and I'm going to switch to that in just a second. For example, government permits and fees. Right here in Durango, I am paying $1.50 a square foot for building permits, and I just threw in a plug of 21 cents. I don't know why it's 21 cents, but 21 cents per square foot for an HOA fee. So when you get this back, you're going to open up this data entry worksheet, and on here is 30 items of historical data. And I have my numbers in here as a plug to get this started. It is the general contractor's responsibility to make sure these numbers are right. So for example, if you are paying only 50 cents for your permits, you can type 50 cents in there. That will change that number. If this house does not have an HOA fee, simply slap a 0 in there. You come back to the budget. It has now adjusted your government permits and fees to be based off 50 cents and no HOA fee based off $0. So that's how a lot of these numbers are taken in account. Now this worksheet is going to include everything from the soft costs as far as HOA fees, builder's risk, your utility tie-in, toilet trash removal. Again, then it gets right into actual construction. So we have excavation, we have concrete, we have framing. Comes all the way down through all of the different aspects of framing broken up into several different areas. We have deck framing, materials, decking materials, deck framing labor. Those are all line item 20. And railing 20C. We have exterior doors and windows, roofing and gutters, and then it gets into your HVAC, your electric, your plumbing, and any other things that may be called out in the plans will be included. Then it jumps right into any fireplaces. This house had 3 fireplaces, so we called out for each one of those. We have insulation, drywall, paint, and then we get right into cabinets and your other various finishes. So let's go to the tile section here real quick, because I can show you how this is broken down. We're not going to use tile. We are going to use electrical. So let's go to the electrical system right now. And my electrical system for this house is currently broken into 4 categories. And these 4 categories are the electrical system's 31. So 31 is your general electric bid. Right now, this is based off $7 a square foot. That's what my electrician charged me last time. Now, you might have a different historical number that you put in as a temporary plug. But ideally, you will send this out to bid to your electric subcontractors and we get an exact number. Once we get an exact number, we can type that right over here. Instead of 31,000, you can type in 32,850 and you say bid from ABC Electric. And this slowly evolves from a preliminary budget into a final budget. Right now, I have 9 locations for low voltage, plan out $100 a piece. And a note here, we got to determine what the homeowner wants. Light fixture allowance. Light fixture allowance is a whole other sheet, and I'm going to dive into that in a second. And then security system is a plug for now. I just have $4,500 for a security system. I have no idea what the homeowner wants at this point, but at least it's in here. So how your light fixture allowance is this number, $12,015. That's going to come from an additional page. You scroll over to this page here. This is a breakdown of all the light fixtures that are in the house. Now, if it's called out in the plans, I'm going to have this fairly accurate. If it's not called out in the plans, it's fine. I'm going to estimate what I believe you're going to need and put these in here so you have at least a starting point. So, for example, this house, I have a vent light combo. I have 1 can light and 1 vanity light in the powder room. Is this 100% accurate? Probably not. Are the homeowners going to decide on day one what lights they want in the powder room? Absolutely not. This is a worksheet, an allowance to get you started and going. How this worksheet works is you're going to use it 4 different ways. 1, it's an estimate to get the bid going. 2, when you do your walkthrough with the electrician and the homeowner, you're going to have this on the top of your notebook, and you're going to go through and you're going to determine what lights are going in each room as we normally write them right on the wall, right on the studs. So if it's determined that a can light is not going in there, then I go back to my office that evening. I delete this line item out. Now I have an accurate list of what's going in the house. I send this to the homeowner and say, here's your shopping list. Get this stuff here. I also print a copy out to keep in the office. So when the light fixture starts showing up, I write on the box, powder room vanity light, and then I check it off this list. Then I put it in a pile. That way, when it's time to figure out what light fixtures I'm missing, I'm pulling a piece of paper out of a file or off a computer, not digging through the lights every time to say what's missing, what's not missing. So these worksheets are used throughout the entire construction process. They're a great way to check things in, check things out, make sure you have everything. And they can, since they're in Excel format, they're super easy for you to modify. So there's a light fixture allowance. There's a plumbing fixture sheet. There's a hardware, tiles. I have interior doors and windows that have been retyped in easy to use Excel format. I have windows, cabinets, and flooring. So just to recap, this Deluxe estimating worksheet is not 100% done, but it is an outline. It is a detailed outline of exactly everything you need for that house. Some of the plugs are in there. Some of them are based off historical data. Some of them are based off allowance sheets. But as you begin to send this out to bid, you will get these back from your subcontractors and suppliers, and you could finalize these numbers, and you're going to have an outline all ready to go. It should be fairly quick for a general contractor to keep all this organized, as well as a great way to present this bid to a homeowner. One last thing before I take off, I break my contingencies apart into 2 things. You're going to see a category on this side, GC or HO, and that determines your contingency. So for example, I have a general contractor contingency line. Those are items controlled by the general contractor. And then I also have a homeowner material selection contingency item. So if they go over budget in their plumbing fixture, that's going to come out of their number. If I go over budget on my framing materials or my framing labor, or if I need some extra road base, that's going to come out of the general contractor contingency. So to me, it's a great way to set the expectation clear from the homeowner from the beginning. This is the framing budget, but I may go over and I have my own contingency. This way the general contractor owns this contingency and they're allowed to use it as they see fit. The homeowner owns this contingency and they're allowed to use it as they see fit as well. Any questions about this worksheet, feel free to reach out to me via phone or email. All my contact information is on the website, www.animas-estimating.com. Thanks a lot.